Little Miss Muddy by A Bongo 327. Original concept by Roger Hargreaves, 2018. Published onto YouTube in 2019. Little Miss Muddy was, which probably explains why she wears Wellington boots. She downright loved mucking in the muck. One very day, Mr. Vexatious was walking past Little Miss Muddy's house when he got splashed by mud. Mr. Vexatious was screaming livid. "Grrr! You got what you deserve because of how vexatious you are," said Little Miss Muddy. Mr. Vexatious instantly called the policeman. "What are you doing?" queried Little Miss Muddy. "Calling the policeman," said Mr. Vexatious. "Why?" queried Little Miss Muddy. "For splashing me in filthy mud," roared Mr. Vexatious. So, Little Miss Muddy went with Mr. Vexatious to see Mr. Fussy, who was in charge of jail. Little Miss Muddy told Mr. Fussy her story. "I'll check with Mr. Happy," said Mr. Fussy. When Mr. Fussy told Mr. Happy the story, Mr. Happy said, "Oh, that's nothing to be arrested about. It was just an accident." Mr. Vexatious was not very happy that Little Miss Muddy wasn't going to be put in jail. "Well, how would you feel if I splashed mud all over you?" he shouted at Mr. Happy. Then he stormed off. "I suppose he does have a point," said Mr. Happy. "I think maybe Little Miss Muddy should go to Little Miss Neat's School of Cleanliness to learn how to keep clean." So, Little Miss Muddy went with Mr. Vexatious to see Mr. Fussy, who was in charge of jail. Little Miss... Sorry about that. I'm livid! "Well, if I really must, I'll go," said Little Miss Muddy disappointingly. So, she set off to see Little Miss Neat. She made sure to jump in every single muddy puddle on the way. By the time she reached the school gates, she was filthy. Then she went inside. "Ooh," said Little Miss Neat, "there is nothing clean about you. You must sit down. Could you guess who a student in the school was?" Little Miss Splendid. But this was before she became splendid. In fact, when she wasn't splendid, she was called Little Miss Dull. Little Miss Muddy sat down next to Little Miss Dull. "Hello, you do look very dull," she said to her. "You do look very muddy," replied Little Miss Dull. "I like being muddy. It's great fun playing in the mud piles," laughed Little Miss Muddy. She certainly looked happy when she was talking about it. "Right, everybody," said Little Miss Neat. "Our first lesson is how to clean our hands after we have picked up something mucky." "Oh, brilliant!" cried Little Miss Dull. "I've always wanted to know that." "What's wrong with being mucky?" asked Little Miss Mucky innocently. "Everything!" cried Little Miss Neat, horrified. Little Miss Neat gathered the students around her as she filled a sink of warm, soapy water. "Now make sure that you soap and a fresh clean towel ready," she said sternly. Little Miss Muddy wasn't paying attention. She had noticed outside the window a huge pile of thick slimy mud. She looked at everyone putting their hands in the water one by one. "This is a good opportunity for me to sneak out and jump in that mud pile," she thought to herself. So she did. Little Miss Neat was so busy teaching the students about the importance of washing mucky hands that she didn't notice Little Miss Muddy had sneaked out. "Now has everyone had a turn?" she asked as she looked around the classroom. "Where's Little Miss Muddy?" she exclaimed. "She's outside!" shouted Mr. Uppity. "In the mud pile," explained Mr. Muddle. "Looking very muddy," Mr. Bump cried. "Looking very happy," laughed Mr. Happy. Then everyone else went outside and jumped in too. Everyone, that is, except for Little Miss Dull and Little Miss Neat. "I'm not going to this school anymore," said Little Miss Dull. "This isn't a cleanliness school, this is a muddiness school." And so she left. But she did learn how to become splendid another time. Little Miss Neat was once again horrified. "Get back in here!" she boomed. Just as she was pushing everyone out of the way, she fell into the mud pile. She started dancing in it. "This isn't actually that bad," she said. "This is amazing!" Little Miss Muddy was so pleased that everyone was having such great muddy fun. "You see, it's not that bad being muddy," she exclaimed. "I've got a great idea," said Mr. Bump. "Why don't you set up a school of muddiness?" "Yes, I think I will," said Little Miss Muddy. "As long as Mr. Vexatious doesn't come."